Welcome back, grade 8 students. All right. So, before we tackle our topic for today, I just have a bit of announcement to make. So, your topic for world history this week has already been posted on your grade 8 portal, okay? But since the topic is a bit long, okay, I have posted resources there or links to videos and to some slides that you can use to make it easier for yourself. These slides and these videos are summarized to make it easier for you to study them. I will try to make a video of it soon, but it's going to take quite a long time. So, in the meantime, try to study those videos and slides that I have posted there for now. Okay, so we can now head straight into the introduction of slope. Okay, last time around we finished intercepts, right? This time we're going to be talking about slopes. So, what is slope? To put it in simple perspective, slope is just a measure of the steepness of the line that we have in the graph, right? We're going to have graph that has no curves or whatever. As long as it's a line, we can try to measure its steepness, right? As long as it doesn't have a curve, we can try to measure its steepness. Oh my goodness. Sorry for those mistakes. All right. So we have four types of slope, right? The first type is the positive slope. So what is the positive slope? So a positive slope generally means that the two variables are positively related. Okay, that is when x increases, so does y. Okay, so as our x value increases, so will our y value increase. Okay, and when our x decreases, the value of our y also decreases. Okay, so that means when one value goes up, the other value should also go up. And if one value goes down, the other value should also go down. So graphically, a positive slope means that as the line on the line graph moves from left to right, the line rises. Okay, so usually it's always rising if we're moving left to right. Okay, the next type of slope that we have is the negative slope. Okay, so the negative slope means that the two variables are negatively related. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it's similar to the positive slope. It's completely different. Okay, so when our x value increases, our y value decreases. Okay, so whatever the other value is doing, is the other value is going to do the opposite. Okay, so when our x value decreases, our y value will increase. All right, so a negative slope also means that as the line, okay, on the line graph moves from left to right, the line always falls down. As you can see here in the graph that we have, the positive from left to right, it will always usually rise. Okay, now the negative one, the negative slope that we have here, okay, on the presentation, tend to be more, if we cover it from left to right, it will tend to stoop down, or it's actually going down here on this example that we have, right? Okay, now for a third kind of slope, we have the zero slope. Okay, so the zero slope is basically self-explanatory at this point, right? So the zero slope is just a slope of a horizontal line, okay? It means that the value of our y-coordinate in this slope will never change. No matter what the x-coordinate is, the y-coordinate will never change, all right? So it's as simple as that. It's actually pretty self-explanatory from the picture itself, isn't it? The next one we have is dun, 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 undefined or no slope. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory, right? So for the zero slope, the y coordinate never change. As for the undefined slope, okay, or infinitely large slope as we call it, okay, is a slope of a vertical line, okay? The other one, the zero slope, is a horizontal line, while this one is just a vertical line, okay? The x coordinate never changes no matter what the value of our y coordinate is, okay? So these are the four types of slopes that you might encounter. So keep these in mind. Okay, let's move on. So a slope is also sometimes referred to as the rate of change between 2 points. Okay, so you'll find out why later. So to represent slope in any kind of formulas, we use m, small letter m. Okay, so when you're going to be calculating for slope, it's going to be a small letter m. Okay, and how do we actually find the slope, or how do we calculate for the slope? What is the formula for that? Okay, we have the formula m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so it's a pretty simple formula that we can use. Okay, so we always need to have 2 points to find a slope, right? So here's an example. Okay, we have two ordered pairs here, which is 3 and 7 and 5 and 19. Now we have to find the slope for that, right? So how are we going to do that? First of all, we must label them. 3 would be labeled x1 and 7 would be labeled y1. 5 would be labeled x2 and 19 would be labeled y2, all right? So if we write that down in the formula, that's going to be m equals 19 minus 7 over 5 minus 3, correct? Now we need to solve it. We need to minus 19, we need to deduct 7 from 19 and we need to deduct 3 from 5. So the answer would be 12 over 2, right? And then we can even simplify that even more, which is going to be 12 divided by 2. The answer is going to be 6, right? So our slope for this specific ordered pair, which is 3, 7 and 5, 19, the slope for that is m equals 6, or the slope for it is 6. Okay? So I'm also going to post a link on the portal, okay, that leads to an activity, okay? It's just a very short activity where you try and solve some examples of slopes. So that's it for our lesson for today. I hope you learned something new today. We are going to be discussing slope-intercept form in our next topic. So see you all there.